little village of Steventon, just outside of Didcot, the Oxfordshire OO9 Narrow gauge modelers have their open day. Come and have a look at the layouts.
It's Mighty Mouse.
The open day is just a small exhibition with a handful of layouts, but each of them wonderful to look at. The main layout of the exhibition was the Oxfordshire OO9 Modular Layout. Here we see a double fairly as it passes from one module to the next and runs through South Africa before passing on to the next module board. The module today was set up in a U shape, but it can also be set up in a straight line or an L shape. On the other side of the board, we see Princess running with a local passenger service towards Combe Martin Station. Although not all the boards were complete, the ones that were are scenically outstanding. This is the Combe Martin module board, which is just fantastic. A little while later, a rail bus waits at the platform for its signal, which is automated, as you can see.
Oh,
You might have a little wait for a train to come by, but there's plenty to look at whilst you're waiting for that train. Look at this harbour scene. Absolutely superb. Here we see the Linton and Barnstable's unique Baldwin locomotive Lynn pulling into Combe Martin Station before getting the signal and pulling away down the line. We move a little further along the layout to the Paracoombe Holt module, and here we see Ashover Light Railway Baldwin class Peggy arriving at the Holt. A little while later, another Baldwin, this time in southern livery, passes in the opposite direction with a passenger train coming into Paracoombe Holt. And we finish our stop at the Holt with a passing freight train. Back to the other side of the layout, and we find a Baldwin running through with a freight train. The joints between the modular boards are seamless, even when the train is passing through continents.
yeah.
And we finally finish our visit to the layout by watching a freight train pass through several of the modular boards. Not all layouts at the exhibition are 009 scale. Llanquart Yn Yr Pintpot, which I think is how you pronounce it, is ON 16.5 scale. Here we see a garret pulling into the station. The layout depicts the area around the station of Llanquart Yn Yr Pintpot, which is the home station of the very rich estate, and the estate office and sawmill. Trains run to necessity rather than time, and play a major part in the running of the estate. To the west of the station is Llanquart, a watermill with a breast-shot wheel first built in 1790, and still in use. Here we're at the terminus of the layout, which is built with a triangular junction. A double fairleigh is just doing a small shunting.
Right, I'll take my diesel out of the way and then you can go on and get me cold.
There's a lot of DCC sound to be heard in this layout, and it really is superb.
To scale, because that's how I measured that.
We now move across to Ireland and to visit Andy Cundick's model of Castlederg. Castlederg is the terminus of the Castlederg and Victoria Bridge tram. It was built in 1884 as a 3-foot roadside tramway to connect the town of Castlederg with the Great Northern Station 7 miles away at Victoria Bridge. It closed in 1933 following a railway strike.
Best one though is sort of sat there.
The locomotives, with one exception, are scratch built, and rolling stock, which has been built in its entirety, is from Worsley Works kits. Here we see the railway's number 4 arriving at the terminus.
Fantastic, spectacularly ugly locomotives as well. Yes. Which, you know, considering they're Hudswell Clarks, which usually could build some quite handsome engines.
Yeah, they've also built a lot of very good. Yeah, you look at the Hudswell Clark, we're just going.
Here the use of automatic couplings allows the locomotive to run round its train.
It's there.
Yeah.
About 6 foot. And a long line of bollards. It's almost like bollard turns to the side. Stakes for the roof. I mean, that doesn't look like it. It just looks as weird. It's just a bit
It's a bit like ICI Witten, because they had it was a Barclay crane, off-road crane tank, which had the crane taken off it. So that looks a bit curious. Just that, you know, it shouldn't be.
Because the trick is, when the train comes in, you can run straight through. You can uncouple the coaches and just run straight on. It's one of those things. When I built it, I thought I did. And when you actually start operating it, you have to sort of hide it away as well. Yes, it's still yeah. Grounded iron link. And that was all printed on the slate.
I think 5 they made a little bit more of an effort, but it didn't really work.
And as soon as number 4 is left, number 5 had arrived.
You've done a 2.6.
Why did you
So
go back to
why
044?
did you go to an 044?
Yeah. Really? What? What do you think? Yeah, especially on, you know, line with a bit of gradient. Yeah. But she seemed relatively successful. That's the really strange thing. We were explaining about break.
We return back to 009 Gauge and River Crane Mill by John Thorne. Set in rural southern England in the 1950s, this narrow gauge line serves a small agricultural store and a working watermill. Taking its inspiration from the Darling Buds of May, Ma Larkin can be seen feeding the working chickens, and Pop Larkin is admiring his mill and flock of geese. Eco track is used throughout, and the points are worked by a wire and tube system. The buildings are scratch built, but the Oast House is a Hornby product. The mill building, built from a wheels kit, features a working water wheel. The fiddle yard has 4 sidings to hold trains. All stock is either kit built or scratch built using plastic card and are built on a wide range of German, Japanese and the well-known Cuckoo chassis.
Flying an aeroplane
And the other one they did was they had a kite on a thin piece of wire as the string, and a fan mounted somewhere.
This very small layout is Sandpit Works in ON14 gauge. A Lister locomotive built from a Roy C. Link kit is holding a couple of skips around the layout. Also on display was the centrepiece from the Oxford Club's layout, Brymbo, which represents one of the Hook Norton ironstone works. Here you can see the working lifts taking one wagon up and the empty going back the other way. We move to Buccabury Town Brickworks by John Gilby. The Buccabury Light Railway opened in 1919, incorporated an earlier clay pit tramway and a new station. Buccabury Town, giving the full layout and area group its name, the railway connected with the LNWR Oxford to Cambridge line for the transfer of goods and passengers. Surplus war department stock, including Simplex, Baldwin, and the ubiquitous WD and D type wagons, were utilised. Closure came in 1964, and few traces of anything remain. What you see here is a representation of the brickwork set in the late 50s, early 60s, and shows typical light railway amid the scenic Chilterns.
Right, I shall send another train up to you.
Our final layout is in India. Achalraj is a rabbit warren type layout. It's absolutely delightful. Just watch the trains go round and round all the scenes of India.
I always think there's a big business company. It's like, it's easy for the table to have a level, but if you don't do it like this,
I hope you've enjoyed this short video of this fantastic little exhibition. If it's on again next year, then I recommend you go if you can make it, particularly if you are into narrow gauge railways. It's an absolutely great day out. And if you have liked the video, please click the old thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, or if you want to see my own 009 gauge build, then click the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again next time.